Firstly, Morning Program Director. Let me first acknowledge EP President, Statistics, ASA board members, CEO, Mr. Terence, Dr. Enoch. On the other side, I'm happy that there is a lady here. We don't call it a gentleman's club. Charmaine, let me acknowledge you. I'll jump to MMC. It's good to see you here. I mean, every time I see you, you always have this. But today, I mean, I can see it's matching with the colors of EP. Members of the media, EP board members, athletes, good morning. You guys have put me in a big spot. I think if I see they say I have to talk about the future in road running. I mean, that this question is here, you are supposed to be the one doing that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. There is a big man next to me, but not by size, but a big man with a big brain. I mean, I've heard a lot about you. I'm learning over the years because I have conversations with you. But I remember 2014, I was also supposed to come and run the inauguration of Nelson Mandela Bay half marathon, but I didn't come. The reason why I wanted to come, it was the prize pass. You know, knowing that you're going to run 21 Ks, and you're going to get like 35,000. It was very big, and when I heard that he ran 64 minutes, I was like, I could have pocketed that easy back then, but I was not there. So going through the history of the project, I mean, the legacy on its own, it's amazing to hear that it's a 10-year project next year, but a lot was achieved in a short period. Thanks to the office of EP, thanks to MMC, your office as well, that you guys decided to take a pull on its own. I can say EP province now is turning to a home of road running. Yes. I mean, that this question I can vouch to that. Yeah. I, for one, came here a few years ago to come and run. I think we were running in Manawong. But since everything changed because of Nelson Mandela Bay, you will train for 4 or 5 months to come and run a half marathon for an hour plus, and you will pocket like 80,000. That is big for us as athletes. You know, I'm one athlete that takes a while to race, but if I come to EP and I race a half marathon and I pocket that, I can go back home and relax and focus on the other things. I think since the inauguration of this half marathon, I was only racing 1 half marathon. And then if I don't go abroad, I will always race it because I know I'll get a big prize pass. I was fortunate I've won it 3 times, but after that things started being tougher. You know, because it shows that everyone wanted that. But I can say the legacy is doing a great job. I see now in September, you guys are covering cross-country championships here in EP. I mean, I was telling Mike earlier that this project came almost at my turn of my career. And the reason why I was saying that I could see the visuals here, it's a very great thing. I mean, sometimes we see streamings for Olympic races, but here I see they cover cross-country, they cover track and field. I was even saying to him, why don't you just move athletics South Africa here? I mean, certain work when it's done, it needs to be appreciated. It needs to be acknowledged. EP is doing a great job for the future of South Africa. A world record was broken 2 times, I mean 3 times actually, on a level race. I think I might forgot to mention that on a 50K here in the road of Tabeja. Unfortunately, I lost it again this year. The only thing that PE is not doing good for my career is they take my records. I mean, the recent one is Taban taking the fastest time here. Earlier Precious took that again here. And the beginning, the Dijan also took it here. So you need to do something about that. Because I remember earlier this, I said to my coach, I'm going to EP for half marathon. We always win a half marathon if it's 61. Just prepare me to be able to run a 60 so that I can win. Unfortunately, the title stayed at home. That's the tough thing. And thanks to EP, thanks to Inkava, because they've developed a nice project, MMC. I remember when I started running, I knew about Malcolm X, the New Balance one, here in PE, where it produced a lot. Max Africa, yes. It produced a lot of guys. It's known everywhere that you need to go to an inland to perform well. But the mic and the athletes and all the supporting structures have proven that wrong. It's one of the biggest camps now in the country, in Kamba. I don't know where they are based, but I know they come from the coast. These guys, they give us a hell of a time. I remember I was telling one of my training Colin, I'm like, you know what, if it's not France, it's this Taba. You know, France now is having a tough year, but now there's Taba. But the project that they are doing, it's very big. And I've seen again, there are a few track athletes that are abroad, and I hear EP is involved. I don't know how I'm going to come here. I wish I can come here. You know, when great things are happening in front of your eyes, you want to associate yourself with them. MMC, the time you announced that you are going to give a token of appreciation for Thabang to keep the title at home, there, the nationals, I was like, why don't you recognize Madala then? So, I mean, the form of motivation that EP and NM thing is doing to motivate the athletes, it keeps them focused. I had a conversation with Thabang earlier. I said, you know what? The past 2 races, you just raced your heart out. But I think the money that he made, with the help of EP, NMP, Inkama, it might be the money that he normally makes in 3 years. But keep him focused because of the support structure that he gets in this province. It's amazing because he's one of the young boys that I grew up in Northwest with. But when I'm seated at home, seeing him, how he raised less now, because he's more focused. He's not going out there to try and get money there and there. He's more focused and he's improving. So a very consistent runner because of the support that he gets. And I for one say the future, I believe it's here. I don't know how we're going to hire my coach to come and coach this side. Because I would appreciate myself to move this side, and I mean, because of the support structure that we get, that we see. There was a conversation I had with Colin the other day. I see even the members of the media, the newspapers, is covering these boys. They are making them celebrities, you know, and it creates a positive image. Let us be honest, because our sports, in actual fact, in South Africa, is not recognized. But the more we see them on the socials, the more it creates awareness. And it's not only creating awareness for us elite runners, social parts, even the development. I mean, now, the previous weekend they had like a cross country. I was watching small boys on video clips. We never get that, even at the national level. We only see, like, the visuals are far there, but when I saw the visuals of these small boys here, it shows that the athletics covered in all aspects, from grassroots to elite level. So the members of the media are playing a very significant role in that, because, I mean, young kids are aspired to become like France. But if their parents can see them showing themselves off on TV for that clip, you know how expensive is it to be on TV? But to get a video like that of a young boy, it's very big. And I hope you keep on doing the very same thing, because you make our life very easy to brand and promote our sports. Because we are in a nation whereby it's either soccer, it's rugby, it's cricket. But if we put our sports like that, I hope other provinces can learn from that, other municipalities can learn from that. and then they do the same thing so that we can promote our own sports to be out there. Hence I was crying to Tamai, I said, you came at the wrong place, at the wrong time, but it's the right time because the legacy is speaking about the future. And I believe that probably in future, I will be seeing the greatest of all times in the country. The last time we got a medal in terms of road running was way back. The closest I've ever come after years was 5th position in 2019. And I believe that because we're having a conversation with Tabang earlier, I said to him, we just need to run 3 hours in the next few weeks at the World Half Marathon. Because Ingamba, EP, NMB, they've got 2 athletes that are going to the World Championships. If I don't include Nicole Adams, I'm talking about road running. France is leaving the next few weeks. Me and Tabang are leaving. I'm in 3 months because I'm invited here anyway. We are moving to World Half in the next few weeks. 1 coach, 2 different athletes, 2 different events, and you also have development athletes. I might be doing a very good job. I mean, if we can acknowledge that we won't be doing justice. It's not easy to manage. It's not easy to coach. It's not easy to be a father. You refuse to be in politics anyway, but the job you're doing, it's very big. And I can say I'm learning through from you, always keeping the big people next to you. It's grateful. You know, some stuff like this, you don't find them anywhere. I think I'm learning keynotes when I retire. But I think maybe I'm late because I'm at my mid-30s now, or late 30s. And you started this 10 years ago, but I believe that if I can start something like this, maybe in the next few years, I can get some tips from you because you are like a brother. I call you like that every time when we have conversations. Because I can see you have made sure that you keep all the key players in terms of the sports next to you, which is something great. Lastly, I can say there is only one route that you need now, the marathon. MMC, you need a marathon in your province. If you can have the marathon, and I believe that after getting a status in terms of half marathon, if you can get a marathon, I believe that the support that EP Athletics is receiving, if your office can keep the same thing, we might see another gold level marathon in the country because we only have in Cape Town. But it will be amazing because it looks like EP is going to have 3, if not 4, level races in one province, which is going to be very amazing. But I would love to see that. Probably I will still be running. If I can be part of that, I will be happy. Because I look at here, one thing I love about the province, or should I say, the institution that makes sure that they cater for everyone, everywhere, it's EP. I see all the events they cover everywhere, in suburbs, in rurals. You take the sports there. That's where talent is. That's where talented is spotted. To see that EP is doing that, NMB is also part of that. It's amazing. And I hope you keep doing the same thing. The last part is where the mic, I don't know where you touched me, but 10 years next year, 100,000. 10 years, 100,000. I don't know why you do 90 this year. My pocket could have been better. But having to have 10 years and 100,000, and I heard that you said that I like Fran's statement, the title stays at home. The day when you announced it, I look at France and I look at Tabang. I even said to France and Tabang, I said, who's winning here? Like France, when he always seated, he always say, I promise. I am also looking for that. 100,000, 10 years. And I hope if I do get it, you must have a poster written there, 10 years, 100,000. I might even have to retire from half marathon after that. You know, not retire officially, but Nelson Mandela half marathon, I will retire. And I'll be happy if I can have the title, 4th title, here at the Nelson Mandela Bay. but having to pocket 100,000, you don't find it anywhere. Coach, don't do that. But I'll be happy and I'll be grateful. And lastly, I would like to say thank you for the invitation from EP Province. Thank you, Tamak, the race director. Thank you to all the members of the media for the hospitality of everyone in PE. I mean, I come with these two gentlemen from Joburg. I didn't know that they were following me, but seeing them this morning, I'm grateful. Charmaine, I can say I'm grateful to see you on the Gentleman's Club. MMC, I'm grateful to see you. I hope next time you'll design that for me. And for what mere reason, the child chain.